So, there's been so much attention about the national anthem protests. It feels like we're at an all-time high from the actual discussion about it. It's being talked about by non-sports media. It's being talked about by the White House. And then we have Adam Schefter reporting that the anthem has affected ratings to the point and merchandise sales to the point where it has pretty much delayed the completion of Roger Goodell's contract. Now, with all of that being said, this weekend in the 14 games that were played on Thursday and Sunday, there were only 11 players that sat or knelt during the national anthem. Is the hype and the discussion and all of this spun out of control and way blown out of proportion to the actual protests?
Don't fall for the banana in the tailpipe, people.
Okay.
The gentlemen who chose their jobs, in this case, football on Sunday, Monday, and or Thursday, that are actual NFL players, I applaud them for standing for something. Otherwise, you fall for anything, because most people aren't willing to make that sacrifice for their job or their profession. So they need to be commended, because as an American citizen and someone that pays taxes, this is what our great country is about, allowing you the opportunity to have emotions, have feelings, and have the opportunity to do exactly what you feel at that moment. In this case, some people have chosen to kneel, other people have chosen to be seated. Now, when you talk about the ratings and the jersey sales being down, you can't dispute those facts. But since the monopoly that the NFL has over the United States of America is going to continue for decades and decades to come, there could also be other reasons for those declines, like millennials aren't watching as much television. They're not as excited about the current stars in the game.
The National Basketball Association as well.
Aaron Rodgers, Odell Beckham, J.J. Watt, major pitchmen have been injured. How about this one? People don't talk about the fact that when Colin Kaepernick actually chose to be seated or take a knee, where did his jersey rank amongst sales? Oh, it was #1. So what about the fact that there are actually people that are protesting the league because he does not have a job at this point? And by the way, it's almost becoming laughable when I see Carson Palmer, Jake Cutler, these guys go down and get injured on a weekly basis. Like, it's become a mockery at this point that Colin Kaepernick hasn't gotten an opportunity to quarterback in the National Football League.
What do you think about this extension from Roger Goodell? Like, why were they discussing it in the first place? He doesn't seem to be someone who's in a position who's doing such a great job that we need to lock him in before some other company comes along and steals him away.
See, this is where I don't lose why the people were protesting social equality and police brutality versus the actual conversation that surrounds it. And the same thing I'm not gonna do for Roger Goodell. He's gonna get a deal. He isn't in the final year of his contract. And lastly, the NFL still printing money. And so as long as that's happening for 32 owners, he's gonna have his status. Now, are there people behind the scenes like a Jerry Jones trying to use the fact that he isn't currently signed by saying, hey, we'll take some leverage on the fact that if you're not able to get everybody to be seated, to stand and salute the flag when it's being played, then we'll delay your bread, we'll delay your contract. It's still gonna get done, and we all know it.